Alright, so I switched to a diamond type of head on this thing. We'll see if it makes any difference. I mean, you saw me in the last one. I raked that. I raked this open pretty easily. I mean, not as fast as I normally do raking, but I mean, I raked it open. And this, I thought maybe if I change the... I will say also these, the material in this pick is much better than the snap gun that I've got. They don't bend as much. Admittedly, the Chinese snap gun that I have, look at that. I'm changing the angle on this. I've gone all the way to the back of the keyway, pulled it back just a little bit. Varying my tension. That's strange. This lock is so easy to open. That's funny. I mean, so far this pick gun will get some stuff that's also easy to open, and then it'll get some ones that are hard to open. Oh, look at that one. See, that's a defective one right there. I just stuck the tension tool in and it opened. So you are too easy to open. Let's get over here. Tough under fire, master lock. Whoa! Startled me. That's funny. Good thing it wasn't a rifle or pistol. Didn't have your safety on. This one has no safety other than that slide the thing around. Alright, let's try old security rating number 9 master lock here. This also is another very easy one to open. With a Bogota you can get this thing pretty quick and pretty quietly. Interesting. I still like these tools. I think this is an excellent little tool. It doesn't seem to want to... Woo! There went the... Man, I heard that thing fly too. I don't know where that one went. Over there, maybe. Possibly. It doesn't get locks as fast as I would think on the ones that I can by hand Bogota open pretty quick. I would think this thing would just like... and they would pop, you know? I mean, because it's only 4 pins and... Could take practice, just like everything else. Another thing I'd like to mention about these pick heads is they are so sturdy and so well made that you could just take an X-Acto knife handle, I believe, and you have yourself a pick set. They give you so many. I mean, you've got snakes, and you've got kinetic tools, you know, and admittedly the finish isn't always that great, but you know, it works. It's not broken. That was just like a problem with the plating process on that tool. It's really well worth the price. Anybody that was thinking, now, yes, you can spend $100 and something for a multi-pick type of electric lock. I bet they might have like better battery charge times, you know, stuff like that. But as far as the action on the lock, I think they'd all be pretty much similar. Maybe I need to use one of these voodoo darts, you know. I mean, I come up to a master lock and I jab it in there. Maybe that's what I need to do. A master lock is this one. You could actually probably, if you had attention to it, just do it like this and open this lock. But, however, I must put all these little pieces back together before I lose them. This is a very good little container. I would keep it, but like I said, if you get little tiny pieces I don't know if that belongs there. Oh yeah, it's a little tubing thing, I think, that fell out. But these little screws and stuff like that. Voodoo darts, you may, the Grandmaster of Klom may come up and tell you sometime, grant you the wisdom of what these little acupuncture, ninja weapons. We already know about little egg beaters for stirring up eggs and stuff. Always important. Probably want to get another one of these because that's what you have to use to tighten up your tool. You can't. The advantage of a wing nut is you got your fingers to tighten it up. And the advantage of like a Phillips head is everybody's got a Phillips head. The disadvantage of an Allen wrench is you don't always have an Allen wrench on you. Alright, I think we got all our little goodies. Where is the lid for this? The flying saucer is out looking for the lid. It can't find it. It must touch down on Ace landing pad. Well, I've lost more than a lid. I have to give this an overall excellent rating. It opens up quite a few different locks. It'll open up more with increased skill, and I didn't have a drill. I didn't have a little battery operated drill, so even if I gave up on picking, and said, forget it, I don't like it, it won't open up everything in the world, it's useless. Well, this is still useful. And this little button here, instead of adjusting tension on the tool, will now adjust the chuck for you. Chuck, Allen, we're introducing you to a lot of different people here. You meet all different kinds of people. You may have to align this with that to get it to close. Don't force it if it don't fit. You can turn this guy around until see how it did that? And then, chook, that's in there, and then we must secure it with this. There we go, we are secure. And then you hold this button down here, and it locks your chuck for tightening and loosening. But overall, I would say that much quieter as a drill too. It probably doesn't have it probably doesn't have a super amount of power to it, but I'm not drilling 2,000 holes and a bunch of walls and stuff, All I want it for is maybe 1 or 2 holes, like wood or soft metal. Whatever you use a drill for. It's ergonomically, it's very well. It fits the hand very well. It's not too heavy. I've seen these other tubular ones where they're straight. I'm sure you'd get hand fatigue. The weight is in the head of this also, but they say it's noisy, but look at that. I'll have to do something about that. You probably have to tighten that down more than just like finger tight or your drill. Well, you'd have the pressure of a drill bit in there, Let's tighten this all the way down. So see what happens. See if that rolls out again. Going to 8 minutes. All right. No, it doesn't. See, if you had a drill in there, it'd be tight. Just me being silly. All right. So let's look at the fun little colors. All right. That's green. We're going backwards, and red. We're going forwards. This actually phasers on lethal weapon phaser, and this one is stun. Alright. So only when you reach Klom Master level number K303 would you know that secret that I told you. I happen to know the Klom Master. So, I can tell you all this. There you go, nice little case. One of the things I did mention about the case is it's got a little zipper thing here for all the instructions you'll need for using it. Which, as you can see, I have fully loaded mine with all the instructions I need for using it. If you didn't like this tool and you wanted to dump it out and put some other stuff in there, it's an excellent little case. Double zipper. fairly sturdy. Semi-hard case, I would say, you know. You wouldn't be able to put like an elephant on top of it without it being crushed. It's not a Pelican case, you know, like an ABS type of hard case, but it does a job. There you go. Sorry I wouldn't open up all of these locks here, but we can see it's going to work on some and it's not going to work on others. And part of it is your own fault, you know, is using too much or not enough tension. Part of it might be the selection of the tool heads that you get in there. The one that surprised me was the Brinks that before this Masterlox 150 was my favorite thing to open. I mean, you could open it with a lot of stuff. This Masterlock 150, I did a separate video. I found these picks also to add to my list of everything that will open it. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that the Klom pick got this one. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this Klom thing. I highly recommend it. You can get it from overseas in China from places like Banggood. Sometimes you get a discount. A lot of times they have free shipping. My disadvantage to that would be the Chinese snap pick gun that I ordered. Took a month and a half to get to me. Now it got to me, but I mean, it's atypical. It was. All my other orders have been like a week and a half or 2 weeks. But imagine paying like $58, $60 for something and waiting. Much like a Mad Bob's waiting list, you know you're going to wait a while for some good quality stuff. You don't always know if you're getting good quality. Now this, I would have to say, is excellent little tool, and I'm glad I purchased it. Later on, I'll be opening these two guys right here, and I'll put the little Klom thing away. So we got to 12 minutes. This will take several hundred years to upload. So, and I've done 3 or 4 parts. So everyone enjoy life in the future. Since this is 200 years later, you're watching it. I hope you still enjoy digital media and the occasional humor that comes on this. What humans used to have as humor before you guys landed and took over the world. Somebody had to do it.